Much love to all.
Viking Tales. Amongst the Vikings it was common to bury the revered dead, such as chieftains or great warriors, within little houses or mounds, surrounded by his wealth and weapons. From time to time, the corporeal body of the dead chieftain or warrior could leave his funeral mound or house and roam the countryside. Such creatures were either described as Helbler, death black, or Nafwar, corpse pale, and retained their human shape. They were also very violent and often went about carrying some sort of weapon in their hands, which they would use to assault any humans whom they encountered. The creature would also attack any individual who attempted to break into their tombs or mounds with the intention of stealing its treasure. Hromund Saga Grobsanar. Draugrs appear in many old Viking folktales and also in the Great Northern Sagas. The most famous of these is the Hromund Saga Grobsanar, the saga of Hromundgrip's son, an ancient saga from Iceland. This tells the story of Olaf Konungalioli, warrior king, who fights, amongst other foes, with the Witch King, or Draugr, Brian, who is an undead king of Gaul, France, and whom he managed to defeat. The saga was well known throughout the Nordic world and may well have influenced many other such tales. Some of these come, not from the Scandinavian world but from England, where the Vikings held large swathes of the country and served to show a connection between Norse and Germanic beliefs. One of these was the story of Thorolf Haltfoot, which was to be found in the Erbigia saga, written down in a monastery in Iceland, probably around the middle of the 13th century. This records the story of a berserker who rose from his tomb each night and, with several undead companions, ravaged much of the countryside of western Iceland, attacking flocks of sheep and, from time to time, people themselves. Indeed, such a menace did he become that his son was forced to erect a wall around his mound or barrow in order to keep him in. Variants of the story were retold in England, where his exploits in the countryside were equated with the activities of the wild hunt. These creatures were simply violent and wandering corpses that seemed to rise at will from their tombs without any specific aim or purpose. However, with the advance of Christianity, a certain moral element began to creep in. The Draugr was now a person who had led a sinful life or who had disobeyed some fundamental law of the church, and this was why he or she, most, of course, tended to be men, could not rest easily in the grave.
Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Till the next time, much love.